patent challenges of a paragraph certification, we have already seen that in the paragraph 4, original branded drug manufacturer will be in the market because he is a original inventor, so he is obviously enjoying the market benefits. In the para 4, somebody else will also enter by saying that I am not infringing the process, I am not copying his process, my process is completely different, it is made in a different path. So showing in a different manner, that's what. It may be a lengthy also, but it is not a copy of the original inventor. In that particular case, there are two things which will happen. One is the original patent holder, he will apply sue the case and apply against infringement onto the person who is willing to enter into the market by applying the ANDA. Don't get confused. We have already seen the NDA and IND, that is investigational new drug application. NDA, new drug application. Another one now is ANDA. ANDA means abbreviated new drug application. In the investigational new drug application, we have conducted the animal studies and asked the permission to conduct human studies. NDA has got 4 phases. In that all 4 phases, our drug is successful and we have entered into the market and we are enjoying the benefit. Now everybody wants to enter into the market once the patent is expired. That is one route which is present. That is route number 2. That is para 2 certification. In the para 4, we don't want to wait till the patent is expired because it takes 20 years of time to expire the patent. So till that time, only original inventor will only have the benefit of earning the money. Now we are entering into the para 4 certification. In the para 4 certification, we are saying that it is not the patent we are touching it. It is something else than that particular patent. It is my process is different. My idea is different. And it is not infringing the idea of the brand. So allow me it. Now what will happen? The original inventor will lose the money if somebody else is also entering into the market. He is not spending much time in the R&D, so he can reduce the prices like anything. So the original inventor will not get the edge because the same product will be available in the market with low cost. So original patent holder will have the drawback with this. So there is a procedure for that to avoid this particular case of duplication. If it is really a duplicate or really a original invention of a ANDA, or it is not a copy of NDA. That is actually what is the case now. Both the parties are very strong. The original inventor and the generic product manufacturer are also very strong. There the court of law will decide who is correct. So there are 2 clauses. One is the patent holder does not sue. He will not file a case against the infringer, that is ANDA holder, ANDA applicant. He is not suing it. Within 45 days. 45 days is the time which is given for any person want to apply for the court of law, and they will file the complaint against somebody who is using the same technology without your permission. That is given by the regulatory authorities of the particular country, 45 days. In US site, 45 days is the one. You may get the question, say, sir, what is the 45 days? This 45 days is the time in that particular period. Before that, you need to file a case against somebody who is infringing you. And he is saying that I am entering into the para 4 certification, so I will also enter into the market. So you are suing against him. That is extreme right. You are having that particular flow sheet. Patent holder sues the generic applicant within 45 days, trigger of the automatic 30-month stay. 30-month stay means 2.5 years stay. Nobody can enter into the market because he has sued the generic player. The branded person filed the court case against it, and he has got a stay for 30 months means 2.5 years. During that period, the original inventor will only enjoy the benefit. This is actually one job of regulatory personnel. They file the case against anybody. They are infringing the technology what is patented by some original inventor where you are working. This is one job. And you may be also appointed in ANDA company. There you will be fighting against the original branded person. If you are working for branded person, that is actual original inventor, you are fighting against the ANDA person. This is actually where you are. In that case, you are deciding to whom you need to fight, and you need to confess and you need to tell the fact that I am right. This is actually the role of regulatory personnel. They are keep on doing the same job. So there are two things which will be present within 45 days of the Para 4 certification if anybody is applying it. So the Para 4 certification within 45 days, if the original inventor is not suing against the case, any case, is accepted it. Or he is not aware that somebody has done. He has followed all the norms of IQ, OQ, PQ, DQ. That is IQ, OQ, PQ. We have done qualifications and prospective validations, and he has done the 3 batches in the QBD framework and meeting all the requirements of FDA, and he can enter into the market along with the branded person. It means there are 2 players are present. One is generic product, another one is the branded product. Don't get confused. Generic product will be completely different from branded. It is different from the branded, the way in which it is executed, but it is the same as of the branded only. Do remember, the generic product will also same pharmacological action and same pharmacological action. It should have the same, then only that will be approved. If it is having something different, it is not bioequivalent, it will not be approved. The person cannot enter into the market. So the original inventor has studied conducted so many tests and studied extensively and find out one path. And that path, if he is giving, he is able to get the pharmacological action in the desired manner. And somebody else generic also saying, I am also having the similar effect, but not to use it, not is used by the branded person. So I am also entering it. So if and doing all the things he also enter, provided if the original inventor not filed the case against the generic product holder. So it is so what if you are having filed a case against the so the person will be within 45 days he has filed the case against the generic holder. See the first scenario. 13-month stay not expired. It is within the 2.5 years we are talking now. There are 3 things which will happen. What are the 3 things? If the court rules in the branded name company's favor, there are hearing will be 2 types. One is hearing against the branded and pro to the generic. Pro to the branded against the generic. These 2 hearings will be there. So if the court says that rules the branded name company favor, is saying that generic product is cheap, is doing it, it is same as that of the branded only, it is not different, and branded can only the enter into the market, and he has already entered into it, he will only enjoy. So FDA cannot approve the ANDA until the patent expires. So he has to wait till patent is getting expired. Otherwise, he cannot enter because two players are present, where one is branded, another is generic. And he has not done any this patent is that is called as a concept of licensing. In the licensing, the brand from the market only. So obviously, the generic holder will also put the higher price in the marketplace. So the branded person will not lose anything because he is getting only in the form of money, not doing any expenditure. His idea is providing some money to him. This is actually you are seeing in the flow sheet. Now the middle one, the original inventor, then FDA can approve the ANDA. FDA will be approving the ANDA. ANDA means abbreviated new drug application. It is abbreviated of form of NDA. That is NDA is what ANDA is generic, but is different from the branded, but the effects are same. Now, what will happen? 180-day expiry exclusivity period will be beginning. 180 days. It means 180 days will be present only this person, and you will be getting 6 months. 180 days means 6 months exclusivity the ANDA holder will get. So this is the first generic applicant after the first generic applicants 180 days have expired. It means 6 months stay in the market will be allowed for this particular person, and there are 1,000 players they are entering into the market after the patent expiry. But 1,000 generic product manufacturers will not be allowed to enter into the market. Only 6 months after 6 months of the period after patent expiry and 6 months of the exclusivity, then only they can. After expiration of the period, and the NDA applicant and the one ANDA applicant only present in the market for the first 6 months. So 20 years, after 20 years, 1,000 players are generic market manufacturer also willing to apply for it. But out of them, only this fellow is a different route and path is applied, and he is getting 6 months exclusivity. It means the first 6 months he will only enjoy. After 20 years and 6 months, all players will enter into the market without any hurry. This is actually what a journey. Now you need to understand the criticality of how this regulatory affairs people and regulatory affairs field or department is making the innovation and the creatively prone environment. You see here, if this is not there, what would be the scenario? Everybody will sleep and we will enter later, because even if I don't do it, I will not get any benefit. So if I do it also, I will not get benefit. Why do it? So let it be 10 years, 20 years of patent period will be expired. Slowly I will do the research. Now it is not like that. If I do the research and better research, I will get 6 months stay and exclusivity. It means it is motivating factor for the generic holder. They want to justify. They want to create a different paths and different innovation routes by having this particular concept. Because of that reason, we are encouraging the ideas, and we are making the more and more paths to manufacture the same product in the different routes. This is actually what the role of regulatory affairs they are doing. And the third one is patent expires. The FDA can approve the ANDA because it is there is 180-day exclusivity will not be there, because it is infringing the process after patent expiration and 180 days of exclusivity. The person will be entering into the market. That means one or more players will be present. This is actually the scenario when 30-month stay not expired. Now coming to the 30-month stay expired. 30-month stay means you have filed the case, you are the branded person, you have filed the case against the generic holder, and 30-month stay will be present, and the 30 month will also be expired. It means it is 2.5 years is over. The FDA may able to approve the ANDA. So this is actually there are two clauses here. For the first generic applicant, that is he has got original applicator, that he is the first to file. He will be getting the 180-day exclusivity. First to file means the day of the filing will be taken into the consideration. Even in the seconds and the minutes also will be minutes and second will also be considered in the first to file. It means we are sending the Indian Standard Time. Some time we are sending applying to the US FDA. So in the US FDA, it will be filed as a generic product there. And the first to file means all applicants 1,000 they have filed it, but the person we have filed first person. It means faster than even begins on the market or the core decisions whether whatever they comes first. So sometimes what will happen, court decision will also be delayed because of the queries which are present within that particular aspect. So after 30-month period has expired, and the first to file person obviously will get the 180-day exclusivity, and the 1,000 players, if they have applied for the generic product, the first person will get the 6 months exclusivity. Remaining 999 people will be entering after these 6 months. So this is actually the subsequent generic first generic applicants 180 expired. This is actually the last clause of this particular one. It means in the patent challenges, if you summarize the entire thing, the first point is that any branded person, he has to file against any person who is a generic product within 45 days. That is the first clause. After the 45 days is over, then the generic player can enter into the market without any problem. That is second point. If he has filed the case, then there will be a 2.5 year stay will be present. During that period, nobody will be entering it. After that particular period, the first to file person will have the 6 months exclusivity. And the next point is, after the 6 months exclusivity of the first generic player is over, then remaining all players will enter into the market without any problem. This is actually the concept of challenges which will be present in the court of law. In the drug innovator and drug generic manufacturer. These and spending the time. Obviously, you will be having the idea that this copy person will enjoy the lot of benefit without spending the money and the time and effort, just by copying it. And he is first to file. First to file means he is the first and fastest person to file the application. Then he is having the benefit of it. It means the original patent holder got a 20 years of experience, 20 years of patent period. He will enjoy the benefit. But immediately you have made the one generic product and not infringing the process of original inventor, and you are filing first. It means you will be getting a exclusivity of 6 months. It means you are acting 20 months in advance to enter into the market after 20 months, 20 years. You see how you are making your efforts early by these laws and making a person more innovative. This is actually what we need to understand. Now, you will be getting the question in the examination. Write the different salient features of the NDA. That is actually expected to get in 10 marks question, NDA. You have already seen IND. IND, after that, the investigational new drug will become new drug. It is not an investigational drug. It is a new drug now. New drug, after new drug is that what the challenges previously we have seen, that is for ANDA, that is abbreviated new drug application. Now, NDA filing. NDA application to seek the approval from the FDA for the sale and marketing of the new pharmaceuticals in the US. This is possible only you do the prospective validation pass. Your exhibit batches, we have already told prospective validation. We have seen the concurrent validation, retrospective validation, prospective validation. Once the prospective validation is over and successfully and in the design space of the QBD, then you can enter into the market for the sale and market of the particular country you are filing NDA application. The data gathered during the animal studies and the human clinical trials of an IND becomes a part of NDA. It is not a repetition or not required. You can just directly place the same data in the application without any problem to support your efficacy and the safety in a better manner. So no need to do the repetition. The same data you can put it in the NDA also. IND data will also be coming under the NDA data, where you have got a referencing of your safety and the efficacy. Factors to be considered by the NDA reviewer is that whether the drug is safe. So FDA person, he will be looking at these conditions for the approving of an NDA. So what are the conditions? It means it is a guideline for us to meet. If you are working in a company in regulatory affairs, you are filing NDA, you need to put yourself in the shoes of NDA reviewer. Then your product will be approved. It means you should know what the NDA person is expecting. That's what you need to NDA person expecting. You need to put all these things. So the first one is drug is safe and effective. Safe means it is not having much side effects. Effective means it will work to cure the disease. This is two terms. One is the safety and that is efficacy. Efficacy means pharmacological action which is desired. Safety means undesirable effect or toxic effect should not be there, which is limited or very few should be there. It should not be dominated. If safety is not there, even though it is having a efficacy, it is not good. I repeat. When safety is not there, say for example, the person will get the heart disease cured, but he will die. What is the use? Heart is problem is getting rectified, but it is killing somewhere else. It is damaging a kidney or somewhere else. It is killing the person. So your effectiveness in the heart, it is not, no way it is good. We won't accept it because you need to have a safety. Without survived, efficacy will not work. Similarly, it is not having any damage. It is 100% safe. But it is able to cure the disease. That is also bad. It means that drug should be safe in the negative part of it in the new drug. So whether the drug is safe and effective in its proposed use, it is either for cardiovascular or central nervous system or any use, proposed use, and whether the second one is new salt form of previously approved drug. It means bacillate salt or sulfoxime salt, or it is a acetyl salt or bisulfate salt or chloride salt, or like your diclofenac, which has got diclofenac sodium as a salt form. The third one is a new formulation of the previously approved drug. Either it is a transdermal patch or injection or a capsule. Already existing is a tablet and you are making a new formulation of it. Or the fourth one is new combination product. Like you want to introduce 2 to 3 drugs simultaneously and you want to make it as a single tablet. And fifth one is new claim, new indication. It means previously it is used for some effect. Now you want to prove that, and you have found out that it is acting on the different disease also. That's what we have discussed. And minoxidil is the one which is having anti-hypertension action, and it can be used for the bald head treatment. So it will enhance the hair growth. So this is actually a new indication. When the minoxidil is launched, it is not known. And now we will be frequently using one indication for the aspirin. Aspirin previously used as analgesic drug. It is acetyl salicylic acid. So it is analgesic. Now it is being used not as an analgesic because it will not work. There are so many analgesics better than the aspirin is available. Now everybody is using aspirin for the blood thinner, platelet deaggregation. In the heart patients, blood thinning capacity is required. So as a blood thinner, the lower dose of aspirin is being used 75 mg and it is being used for the nuclein. So it is not used as an analgesic. It is used as a platelet deaggregation activity. So this is actually the fifth type of claim you are making it for the NDA. Now we are going to enter into the ANDA. I hope you are here only. Okay. So in the ANDA, it has come into the existence by the Hatch-Waxman amendments. GPAT question. Hatch-Waxman, these two are proposed these amendments in the Drugs and Cosmetics Act, Foods and Drugs and Cosmetics Act, and he has allowed the generic form to rely on the findings of the safety and the efficacy of the innovator. No need to repeat the studies, and use the same data, and they can use it for the after expiration of the patents, and he will be getting the exclusivities as we have already seen with the first two file. Do not have to repeat the expensive clinical and preclinical studies, so that the patient will have the more number of players in the market, so that the cost of the drug will be reduced. This is actually the idea. So allow the patent extensions and exclusivity to the innovator firms, so that it is encouraging them to fast file and a different route, and they will be having a different money earning capacity by having exclusive rights that will be given to them. What are these exclusive rights we will be seeing a little bit later. This is resulted into the concept called as a bioequivalence. Any product which is bioequivalent can enter into the market along with the innovator or branded firm. What is bioequivalent? The pharmaceutical equivalent whose rate and extent of the absorption are not statistically different when administered to the patient or subjects at the same molar dose under the similar experimental conditions. It means you will be having same dose, similar whatever you are having a similar strength, but it is having a same activity. Everything will be the same, and it may be used with different excipients, or you may be using copy of same thing which can be used. It is exactly same as replica, but you are not changing the drug dose, but you are changing the excipients of it, and you are entering and you are giving the similar result as that of the original. That is also another one, because you see you have got a fast disintegrated different types. Original innovator may be using one type, sodium spheric glycolate. Somebody is using cross-carbonyl sodium, but effectiveness and the disintegration time is the same. Then it is not affecting the bioavailability. Then it means a different excipient will also produce the same. It means the bioequivalent product will have the similar activity when you are giving same dose in the particular strength which you are giving to the patient. So generic works are the versions of the branded name prescription drugs, provides for the review and ultimate approval of the generic product in the ANDA, and termed as abbreviated because this abbreviated has come as the preclinical and clinical data is to establish the safety and effectiveness is not studied, and it is abbreviated. Because of that reason, we are calling it as a abbreviated new drug application. Once the patent life of a successful drug is expired, other companies are allowed to manufacture and sell the generic version of the products of it. They still need FDA specific approval for these generic products, for which they submit an abbreviated new drug application. So this is actually what we have said. After patent life is expired, and we are allowing all the people to enter into the market to reduce the cost. So now the types of ANDA comparable to the innovator product, and the ANDA must have the same as that of the brand with respect to active ingredient or ingredients. Same route of administration, you cannot change. Say innovator has got a tablet, you cannot give as a ANDA for the injection. If you want to go for injection, you need to file NDA, not ANDA. I repeat, original inventor has got an entry into the market as a tablet form. Now you want to launch the same drug in the injection form or nasal form, intranasal route, or some another else route. You need to file NDA, not the ANDA. It means same route of administration, same dosage form, same strength. You cannot deviate it. same performance and characteristic and conditions of the use. Then it is called as a ANDA. Now you may get the question why this generic drug into the existence, why it is being allowed by the Regulatory Affairs Department. Generics are the safe and effective alternative to the brander, and it is a good alternative because they are cheaper in nature, because they are abbreviated with respect to clinical and preclinical studies, so cost is very less. So because of the cost is very less, expenditure is very less, so they can sell the product in the cheaper manner and the lower cost with the same quality. Equal quality at the low cost, and helps both consumers and the government to reduce the cost of the prescription drugs. And a generic product rely on the findings of the safety and efficacy of the innovator after the expiration of certain patents and exclusivities. They will be using it, and the general requirement for the generic drug application, the ANDA are the labeling, CMC, that is chemistry, manufacturing and controls, and microbiology and bioequivalence. Some legal one is packaging inserts, which we are going to include. All the approved products, both innovator and the generic, are listed in the FDA approved drug products with therapeutic equivalence in the Orange Book. Orange Book of FDA, it will give the original player and innovator of that particular book. It will be given as a guideline to the users, prescription subscribers, and the patients. So this will be given as a list of the drugs which are present in the Orange Book. It is this one which you can find the alternative to the original folder. Requirement of the generic drug, CMC, that is chemistry, manufacturing and controls. And you are going to give the components and the compositions. What are the components and the composition? It means that you will be having any specific usage of the dosage scoops in the syrup like that, and composition is the labeling in the excipient, how much is its concentration like that. Manufacturing and controls, so you have to give the time of drying and duration of drying and temperature of drying. That manufacturing and control. Control means you are going to take LOD test or moisture content test, and what is its limit and how much time it will take to get that particular limit reached. This is all the things which you are going to give is the information there. And batch formula records, BPRs, and you have got a master formula records as a template, and you are preparing BPR, and you are giving MPR is obviously the innovator product. You are going to use it as it is. Description of the facilities. This is different in your NDA and the ANDA, both are. So facilities which is created by you is required to be shown along with the flow sheets, and specification and the tests. What are the tests which are present as a final testing or in process control, and what is the specification or the limits of the passes. Failing or passing, what is the limit? Packaging and the stability. With respect to packaging, the stability will also be governed, and most of the times our packaging may be in the LDP bottles or HDP bottles or blister packing or aluminum packing, or it is a bulk packing, where it is a glass container or it is a PVC container. So we will be having accordingly stability will be given. Because it is a bioequivalent product, you want to launch your product in the different package and different shapes. You can do that, but you need to do the stability studies, prove that the stability studies in the package is providing the enough data that it is safe enough to use in the conditions when it is stored. Labeling. It should be same as that of the branded labeling. May delete the portion of the labeling protected by the patent exclusivity, because you are not only the exclusive patent or the label given by the branded, so you have to delete it. May differ in the exceptions like a PK data and how it is supplied. More sometimes it may be having a excipients different that you need to mention. Bioequivalents, pharmaceutical equivalents with rate and extent of the absorption are not statistically different. It is statistically different. Most of the times it will be given as a limit 80 to 1% given, plus or minus 20% deviation is allowed generally. So So we are going to study the statistical significance or not, how it is having, because the variability is very high in the bioequivalent studies. So we need to apply the statistics and prove that it is not statistically different. Then only we can enter into the market. Subjects are the same molar dose with similar experiment under the similar experimental conditions. Submission of the ANDA will have some color codes. You need to have, this is a GPAT question. Archival copy that will be placed in the archive of the US FDA is blue in color. The same matter will be present. The book cover, which will be having BA, BE studies, which is in the orange. Here, you are in this book, you are having the original player and the generic players list. CMC, this is actually a confidentiality document. It will be present in red color because your manufacturing and the controls, everything should be kept as a confidential. What is can be revealed to the public, that will be given as an orange book to find out the alternative to the original innovator. Whereas the field copy is burgundy. So the burgundy book will be taken by the inspector when he is coming and comparing the original facilities with the which is already present in the field copy burgundy in color. Originally, this orange book is open to the public, and they can see the what are the original player and the generic manufacturers by opening this book. CMC book is actually restricted. It is a confidentiality document, and this is the reason it is giving a color codes for each book which is present.